Hi there. I was looking at the TSEC forums, amazing chat, banter. I recommend it. tsec-chess.com. So Stockfish is dominating. And someone there, Firebrand X, he posted a Fen string to me, and at first I kind of thought, okay, I don't really like Endgames. It's not really my cup of tea. If it was, I'd look at Dvoretsky books, which I keep hearing about. But this particular endgame position was particularly interesting because it seems as though Stockfish was missing the first best move. It was pruning it. So for 1,000,001 points, can you see how white checkmates black from this position? I'll give you 1 point if you get the first move and 1,000,000 if you can spot the follow-up. You might need to pause the video here for a considerable amount of time, and no cheating with engines. So I wonder if you can find the forced checkmate sequence in this position against the very best defenses. So pause the video here. Okay, for 1 point, it does start off with bishop c7. And by the way, I should point out, it was originally posted by Pansnick on the Chess.com forums. And if you do happen to know the composer of this, it does seem to be a composition, this position. So there's a queen sack immediately. So if you do know the composer, please let me know in the comments. There's an immediate queen sack. Congratulations on getting 1 point if you found bishop c7. And so the curious thing is, why was Stockfish not finding this bishop c7 immediately? Because it starts to look easy after queen takes, g takes f7, king f8, and we have a checkmate indeed on the board. But things start to unravel here. Firebrand's puzzle becomes Firebrand's cracker here, firecracker, because after g takes f7, what about king going to h8? What would be the key move here? And I wonder if, yeah, this starts to get pretty amazing after bishop e5. This is the key move. So there's a threat of unveiling a checkmate, and the king can't really escape with h6 here, because if king g6 takes away that escape square, it's still checkmate. The pawn is covering that one. We're covering all the escape squares. End of game there. So the fun here is, after king h8, bishop e5, if black plays queen c5. So here, can you find the best move for white, which maintains the possibility of winning here? All other moves kind of fell, which makes me wonder it must be a composition. There's only one move on the board to maintain any winning prospect here. Okay, and it happens to be bishop b2. If bishop a1, then for example knight c7, and how does white not lose? In fact, it's black's got a big advantage. So bishop b2 is the key move, and the key move for black here is queen b4, because if knight c7, believe it or not, then the amazing move bishop a1 is played. And what does black do? Black's in a kind of zugzwang position. Black can play a4, and we have bishop b2, a3, bishop a1, a2, bishop b2, the pawn queens, and now after bishop takes a1, that king is destined to move here now. And black's best is queen e5. After knight d5, king f5, knight f6, bishop takes is checkmate. So yeah, it seems as though that's tricky, isn't it? On knight c7, bishop a1, we get into that amazing black getting runs out of moves. You might think, well, what about queen b4? In this case, it's actually rather simpler. We just play King F5, discovered check, and we induce a weakness of the last move, a fatal weakness of the last move. The queen is neglecting F8, so we pounce with F8, checkmate. So that was easy, wasn't it? So a nice puzzle teaser for you. I'm pretty sure it's an amazing composition. The interesting thing is here, this initial position, you might be curious to find even the latest stockfish on some of your hardware might take a few seconds, and try and go in from scratch, not to be using the cache, what's been remembered from before. But you might find other moves being considered for a few seconds before this amazing bishop c7. It's a bit of a hard one in that variation to take out the kinks, so to speak, of king h8, bishop e5, queen c5, bishop b2. And here, if knight c7, bishop a1, and then we have to wait for the a pawn to run out of moves to get this beautiful zugzwang. So anytime h6, there's king g6, just winning on the diagonal. The knight and queen just cannot cooperate on a dark square here. So we have this unfortunate need for queen e5. Anything else, it's going to be like mating on the diagonal. That is a killer check there. Knight e8, we just take that. Knight e6, we just take that. Yeah, so that's why queen e5 is the best move. So I thought a little bit fascinating. So these kind of endgame checkmate compositions, actually, I'm not sure I am too displeased or disinterested in them after looking at this. What do you guys think? Comments, questions, like, share, subscribe with the notification bell, always appreciated. And check out my new course, Kingscrusher TV/Opening Tango. It's actually on a discount right now for the next few days. If you want to check that out, it's got a good rating at the moment, around 4.8. Okay, thanks so much.